Hey there, Libra-Scorpio, welcome to your reading. So today we're going to take a look at your past life and we are going to see how it is affecting you now, okay? So keep in mind, as a general reading, you may want to check out your individual elements if this one doesn't resonate. But if it does, don't forget to smash like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. And for a private reading, the link is going to be down below, as well as for the 5-year journal in case you're interested in that. So let's see here. What do we have? Let's pull some traits for you. Ooh. All right, beautiful. So let's get started here before we get into the traits. Let's get started here with some dates and some important places. So we have Africa. This one has been showing up quite a lot. Africa below the desert. And we also have World War I. Nice. So that could be a significant place and time that for this past life specifically. So we have early bird. We also have cold, teacher, workaholic, and water. So you could have been a water sign. I do feel like you actually were beside water. You know, you lived near water. And I feel like you were a very nature person. And I feel like this cold, it's not that you were cold. I actually feel like it was quite the opposite, especially with this teacher. I do believe that you could have actually been a teacher. And I feel like there was something here, if not a teacher, there was something here related with children. And I definitely feel like you had a big connection with them and they absolutely adored you because I feel like you were so empathetic and I feel like you were always like connecting with them and you were always trying to cheer them up and make them feel good and make them feel seen and heard. And I feel like you could have actually really hated the cold weather. So maybe winters weren't very nice for you because I feel like you, with this early bird, it's like you absolutely loved to wake up in the morning, like before the sun started to rise and just go outside and enjoy that view, you know, see it rise and see it, feel the warmth of the sun on your skin and everything. And I feel like you really loved that. And so during winter, you probably struggled a little bit because it was, you know, it was probably always raining and everything. And you didn't really enjoy it. But let's see here, because with that workaholic, I'm not sure how you were doing in terms of relationships. But let's see here what we have for you from the tarot. So we have the Ace of Wands. This is giving me very feminine energy. So you could have been a woman. We have, ooh, look at that, the star. Strong air energy. Wake up. Strong air energy. So you could have actually also been an Aquarius. Strong Aquarius energy there. A Libra or a Gemini. And you could have actually been like an Aquarius Pisces. But let's see here. So you had some pretty beautiful relationships. Apparently with that Hierophant over there in love, you apparently were married, but we'll get into that. Let's get started here with this star on who you were. So look at this. I absolutely love this star card. It's like the flowers are blossoming from the hand, you know, and it's like you can create so much here. And I even feel like this is like, I don't really see this in like in a manipulation way, but it's like you would draw people in. People would really be captivated by you and they would always be there with you. And again, I feel like that is especially children. And maybe, you know, maybe you really love children because maybe you couldn't have children. That is something that is coming through. But I feel like you were so kind, and I feel like you were actually pretty optimistic. I feel like you would always have like a smile on your face, and you were so joyful and so kind and nurturing. And we also have here release and grief. And yeah, look at that. We also have prayer, which is all about like dreams coming true, and prayer, which is the star energy of making a wish, manifestation, you know, and dreams fulfilled. But I feel like, especially talking with this grief, especially with these grief and release cards, I feel like there was this energy of I cannot have the ultimate happiness, which I feel like it would be a kid, but maybe I can create that happiness somewhere else. Maybe I can help other people. Maybe I can bring joy to other people, and maybe I can create that joy within me by bringing joy to other people. And I feel like you were a very giving person. I feel like you were a very, I don't know, I feel like you were a giver, and I feel like you never really asked for anything in return. And I feel like that would be seen, especially when it came down to friendships, with this Four of Pentacles here. But I feel like you knew who you could really trust. And I feel like you knew who to really give your whole heart to. Sometimes it didn't really matter if you knew that or not, because I feel like you would give it anyway, and I feel like you would be there for them anyway. And it's just that I feel like sometimes you could have had this feeling of, I am going to everyone's funeral if they die, but I'm not sure if people are going to come to mine. Especially when it came to friendships, I feel it's like you would always give and give and give and give, and even when they died, you would be there for them. But when it came down to the other side, I feel like you would lack a little bit of. I feel like you would lack a little bit of that love back, you know, and I feel like that hurt you a little bit. I do feel like maybe you did try to get pregnant and it didn't work out. Maybe you had like an abortion or something, and I feel like that really hurt you, and I feel like it really brought you down, and that was, you know, that was a grief that you had to go through. And I feel like it took your whole life to go through that grief process. You know, I don't think you ever got over it, if we ever do, but I'm not experienced in that. But I believe it's a very tough thing, and I feel like you would live with that pain every single day, you know. But I feel like you would do your best to keep an optimistic look in life, and to do your best to be happy and to create happiness. I just feel like you were lacking something, and I do feel like one of the things was better friends. Another thing, and when I say like better friends, I'm also talking about like support. But I feel like it was also like giving your unconditional love to a being that is innocent and pure, you know, and that is not asking for anything in return. But let's see here, your career. We have that Queen of Swords. So I do feel like, you know, Queen of Swords, she's so smart. And I do feel like you were pretty smart. So I wouldn't be surprised if you were a teacher. And I feel like your brain, your communication skills, that was all something very important for you in your career. We also have here change and pleasure. Yeah. And the path. So I really feel like I feel like you grew up with this intention of like, it's my life purpose to be a mother. It's my life purpose to raise a child, to do whatever I can to create a good human being. And I feel like when you couldn't do that, I feel like you just went on and found another way, found another path. And that path was the same one, but in a different way, you know? And so I feel like that was when you truly started to see things a little bit clearer. And that is when you started this teacher journey. And I feel like you would really, truly change people's lives. I feel like those children, they would go into the world, they would grow up, and I feel like they would remember you. They would always be talking, oh, you know, that Libra-Scorpio teacher, they were so good, and I really appreciate them. Maybe not every single kid, but I feel like you had a really positive impact. I also feel like you were, you could have been a little bit out there, you know, a little bit, you could have some out of the box ideas, and I feel like that's why kids also loved you. It's because you actually brought some fun into it. You actually brought some excitement into teaching, into learning. And that's why I feel like you were so good at your job. And that's why I feel like you were so good at captivating and drawing people in. Not even children, not only children, but like a lot of people. I feel like they were really captivated by you, especially this someone. But before we get into that, I do want to mention this strength card. It was really catching my attention. This is your accomplishments. These are the things that you've learned, that you've endured, and they are still a skill that you have now in this lifetime. And with this strength card, I do feel like it is talking about your strength. It is talking about your endurance, your determination, your power, and your perseverance, your resistance. And resistance not in a bad way, but your resistance to letting yourself be brought down. You have so much strength within you, so do not say you don't. You know, do not see yourself as less. You have so much more within you than what I feel like you tell yourself. And that is something that I feel like the universe and your guides want you to use. That is what your ancestors want you to use and want you to lean on, is because, you know, you've been through some pretty tough stuff here in this past life, but you were still optimistic, and you were still fighting for your happiness, and you were still doing your best to be happy and to create happiness in other people. You did not turn cold, you know, you did not turn, arrogant or anything like that. You were so humble, and you were so pure, and you had such a beautiful, beautiful heart. And that is something that you still do. And I feel like, you know, this paired up with these, you know, toxic friendships and everything, and these challenges here, is that I feel that, an interesting message is coming through. We'll talk about it in a second, but I feel like one of your biggest lessons, one of your biggest goals for this lifetime is to push forward, is to be that authentic person with a loyal heart, with unconditional love, but still knowing your worth, and still stepping up into your power and being like, no, you're not giving me what I deserve, so I'm going to walk away. And I feel like that is what your guides are asking you. So if you have anyone in your life that you think that you're giving a little bit too much and that nothing is growing out from that, it's time to go, okay? And anything that you go through, you know, anything not so positive, anything that brings you down, know that you have the stamina, know that you have the strength, the courage, the power to go through that, to overcome that challenge. And know that you know, I feel like it would be good if you would go look back into previous challenges, into previous things that you've went through, and be like, you know, I've went through that. If you've been through that in the past, then you can go through this new challenge in a blink of an eye. You know, you've already went through that once, you can do that again, and you can do that as many times as you need to. You know, because life is full of ups and downs, and every down, you're going to grow stronger. So believe in your power, believe in your strength, okay? One thing that I was actually hearing is that with the Seven of Pentacles in your challenge, is that I actually feel that if you have sort of a fear of having children, it could actually be from this past life. So you could be a little bit hesitant when it comes to like building a family, and having children, you know, and it could be from this past life. It could be because you're afraid of losing another baby. You're subconsciously afraid of not being able to, you know, not being fertile, of not being able to go through the whole pregnancy. And I feel like you're actually supposed to have a baby in this lifetime. It is always up to you, of course, but that would really help break this cycle. I mean, don't go out there and get pregnant just because, but just know that in your path, in your journey in this lifetime, if you do get pregnant, know that everything is going to be okay. Know that that is part of your path, and know that you're actually breaking a huge cycle in your sort of journey, in your soul journey, okay? Because I feel like that is something that you possibly have struggled for other lifetimes, but for this one specifically. And know that that pregnancy is going to go beautifully well, and I feel like you're going to be an amazing parent, okay? Doesn't matter if you're a female or a male now. I do feel like family, children are a big, important part of your soul path, of your soul journey, and of these cycles, of these lessons that you have here to go through, okay? But let's get here into the relationships portion. So we have the Hierophant over there for the love part, and we have this majesty and virtue and determination and creative achievement. I actually feel like you may have, like when you met this person, I feel like they were, I don't know, I feel like you got captivated by how good they were at what they do, or what they did in their past life, in their career. And I feel like there was something, I really feel like you were in love with them, like with who they truly were, with what they did, with who they showed up to, who they showed to the world, of what they showed to the world of themselves, and how they would act in the world. And I really feel that, you know, I'm not saying that attraction was not there, you know, the physical attraction, it most likely was, but I feel like they were so smart, and this person was so, man, just captivating, that I feel like you were just in awe every time they would speak, every time they would share a thought. I feel like you were really curious on the way they would think. You could have definitely been like an air sign here, because I feel like that was the most attractive thing of this person. Again, not that they are not attractive, or not that they were not attractive, but I really feel that their brains was the thing. You know, it did the thing. And you did, with a Hierophant, you did get married to that person, and I feel like you live very happily. I even feel like this person will really encourage you to go pursue your achievements, you know, to go pursue your goals. So I do feel like this teacher career may have come a little bit later on, possibly after the pregnancy, and they were like, yo, just do it. What do you have to lose? Like, I feel like that would be something really good, you know? I feel like they were a really good supporter. But that thing of like lacking support, I do feel like it was lacking support from other people. Especially because I feel like this person may have, they could travel a lot for work. And so sometimes things could get a little bit tough. It's only getting to me now that maybe you actually did get pregnant and you actually did have a kid, but maybe it was your husband at the time that actually died, possibly in the war or something like that. But I do feel like that is for more few of you. I do feel like for most of you, you actually lost a kid. And that is something that you may need to kind of go through in this lifetime. Okay, not the losing a kid, but the pain of it, you know, and the fear of it. Not the pain, the fear of losing a kid. And yeah, but I do feel like you were happily married and you were really loved. So let's see here when it comes to family. We have Lilac, first emotions of love, with the Three of Pentacles there. And we also have here this rebirth and new beginnings. This is beautiful. So I really feel like you actually got out of your home very, very soon. So your parents could be like, yo, you're getting married? Come on, let's go. You know, and you were like, I don't know when people would get married at the time, but I really feel like they were just like, you like that person? Great, so go. You know, not that they wanted to kind of get rid of you, but I actually feel like you had a very big family. And I feel like it's not, again, I don't think that they wanted to get rid of you, but I do think that they kind of wanted to push you forward into the world, you know? I almost feel like because you were so like, I don't know, so like innocent and sweet and pure, that they wanted to kind of push you into the world so you could be like, I don't know, so you could gain a little bit of life. I feel like they had actually a very, not bad view, but I feel like they lacked some understanding for who you were, because I don't think you needed that push to gain light, to gain life, to gain more energy. I feel like you were perfect the way you were, but I don't think that they would understand that. I do feel like, I feel like they were pretty proud, you know, because I feel like you were gorgeous and everything, and they were like, that's my baby, you know, but I feel like, I don't know, it's like they wanted more of you, even though you were doing great. And so I also feel like that was why you were so disappointed when you couldn't get pregnant. It's because you thought that that was your purpose. You thought that that was what you were supposed to do. You were a woman. You were supposed to get pregnant. You were supposed to give your husband a family, and you couldn't. And I feel like that weighed very heavy on your heart because you couldn't provide that. And I feel like you always had that thing of comparison and that thing of, I'm not good enough because of your parents. With this Three of Pentacles, there's like a finger pointing up and a finger pointing down. It's like they were constantly comparing you, and there's even this snake. It's like, I do feel like there was love, but I don't think that they would understand you, and they were constantly comparing you to someone else, possibly like an older sister or something like that. And it's like you were never enough. And I feel like that's why, maybe that is something that you already have here in this lifetime, but I feel like that's why this whole grief process was even worse, is because you really thought that you were disappointing people. And I don't think that you ever took the time to see on like how the whole loss process would make you feel. You know, I feel like you were always so concerned about other people that you didn't really pay attention to yourself. And that is why I feel like this lifetime, it's about you being a little bit selfish. It's about you looking at yourself and you being like, are you making yourself proud? Are you disappointing with yourself, or are you proud? Are you encouraging yourself, or are you bringing yourself down? Are you being judgmental towards yourself? It's a lot about your relationship with yourself, and also your relationship with toxic people and letting them go. Because of this family, I feel like your friendships with this Four of Pentacles, it was very, there was a lot lacking there, you know, enthusiasm and friendship. We also have here grace and sweetness. See, there's this thing of like, you would always give and give and give and give, and you were so sweet and so graceful that people would not be grateful for you and for what you would give, right? And they were always like, oh, yay, here's another rose that this Libra-Scorpio is giving me, you know? And they would just take and take until there were no other roses left. And I feel like they would honestly hold you back, and they were not the best companies. And just keep in mind that, again, if this is showing up for you right now, it's because it's possibly important that there and that there are some people around you that you may need to look into, okay? Because they may not be the best. And oh, it's so interesting, this pink rose, the quote that comes with it, it even says, the pursuit of perfection then is the pursuit of sweetness and light. And it's like the pursuit of perfection, right? It was always that thing of like, because your parents would compare you to your older sister, or I don't know, a cousin or something like that, I feel like you would compare yourself to your friends and to the people that you would meet. And again, I feel like your partner was like beautiful, was lovely, he was the kindest soul. But it's like, it didn't matter if your partner would say like, oh no, you're doing great, or no, don't worry about that, like it's okay. You would constantly be comparing yourself to these people and be like, oh no, but she's already like pregnant and she's having a family and they are so happy and I can give you that, so I'm awful, I'm not perfect, I'm not good enough. And I feel like you were good enough, and you still are good enough. And I really feel like it's time for you to understand that and to understand your power and to use it, okay? So let's clarify that Seven of Pentacles there in your struggles and the challenges, things that you're supposed to learn. We have the Two of Wands. It is about like moving forward, especially when it comes to like these hard times that you go through. It's about getting up and go do something new, go do something different. And it's not about, oh, it didn't work, so I'm going to give up. And this is also when it comes to career, you know, because here it could have been about a child. Maybe right now it's about a career. We're about a relationship, but there is something here that you're not supposed to give up on. You know, just because it doesn't work the first time around, you're not supposed to give up. And keep fighting and try to find other ways. And especially with this Page of Cups, there is that thing of like looking for that thing of the child, right? And I was going to say looking for justice because I was doing justice here. And it's like, I feel like justice is going to be served. And I feel like you are going to, like the karma is going to be paid out. And I really feel like if you want to have if you want to have children and you want to have a child, if you want to get pregnant, but you're afraid of it, know that everything is going to be okay because the karma is being played out and the cycle is ending here, okay? And it is time for you to look into new beginnings, okay? I do feel like for some of you, there's something here about career, that there is a project that you want to try out, there is something that you want to do, but you kind of stop yourself in the tracks, you give up, okay? Don't give up. So, your accomplishments here and the things that you have within you, that it is good for you to use. You do have this beautiful Two of Cups, clarifying that strength card. So there's definitely this thing of like, you're strong, and also use that kindness that you have within you. Use that beautiful heart of yours and let yourself love people, you know, because I feel like you have so much to give. And also, again, pay attention to the toxic people, but it is okay to give, and don't block that heart of yours, okay? So let's pull here some advice and messages to finish this up. So we have a time to give rather than take. And I do feel like this is especially for yourself. You know, it's time to give to yourself rather than take We also have meditate and contemplate. Maybe you would want to do like a past life regression. That would be very interesting. And I feel like that would also be very helpful. We also have show the world the real you. What else do we have for my Libra Scorpios? All right. So we have don't let pride get in your way. And what do you need to release? Yeah. So I really feel like there is this thing of like, don't let pride get in your way. Don't let your sweetness and your heart get in the way. But also don't block your heart, right? But I do feel like there could be something here. And it could be another career that you kind of need to let go of, okay? It may be time for you to do so. And please be authentic. Do whatever feels right to you. Do whatever feels good to you. And didn't I mention Aquarius, Pisces? Yeah, we have here like Aquarius, Pisces. That is interesting. We also have Leo, Virgo. So that could also be significant here. But I definitely feel like it is time for you to show the real you. It is time for you to open your heart to possibilities and to just dream away, okay? Just dream away. And this meditate and contemplate is also giving me like manifestation vibes. So don't be afraid to manifest and to visualize your dream life and to pursue it, to go after it, okay? Because you're going to be able to get it. So Libra Scorpio, this is what I have for you. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped. If it did, don't forget to smash the like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. There is going to be a link down below for private reading in case you're interested in that, and as well for the 5-year journal, okay? So I love it very much. I wish you the best, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.